Have you ever wondered where the rich tradition of salmon fishing in Michigan originated? It's a question that crosses the minds of many, whether they be passionate anglers or mere enthusiasts. But to truly understand this tradition, we need to delve into the depths of history, to the era when the first Native American tribes settled in Michigan's lush landscapes. They discovered the bounty of the region's water bodies, and among them, the salmon stood out. The tribes revered the salmon for its significant size and strength and soon learned to capture it using primitive fishing methods. The salmon's annual migration upstream became a significant event for these tribes, marking the beginning of a new season, a time of abundance. For them, fishing for salmon was not just about sustenance, but also a spiritual practice that connected them to nature. As time passed, salmon fishing became an integral part of tribal existence in Michigan. Tribal elders would pass down fishing techniques and practices from one generation to another, ensuring that this tradition remained alive and thriving. From simple hand fishing methods to constructing weirs and fish traps, the tribal fishing techniques evolved over time, becoming more efficient and effective. The arrival of Europeans in Michigan brought changes to this tradition. New fishing methods, tools, and technology transforming the way salmon was fished. The Europeans also introduced commercial fishing, where salmon was caught in large numbers to be sold in markets. Despite these changes, the locals continued their traditional fishing practices, maintaining a deep-rooted connection with salmon fishing. In the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution led to significant advancements in fishing gear and techniques. Rods became more robust, lines became more resilient, and the advent of motorized boats made it easier to venture into deeper waters. This period also marked the beginning of recreational salmon fishing in Michigan, attracting fishing enthusiasts from across the country. The 20th century brought further changes. The construction of dams and other infrastructural developments affected salmon migration patterns, leading to a decline in their population. To counter this, the Michigan government initiated salmon stocking programs, ensuring a steady population of salmon in the state's waters. This move not only helped maintain the salmon population, but also revived the interest in salmon fishing amongst locals and tourists alike. Fast forward to today, and salmon fishing in Michigan is more popular than ever. The annual Salmon Run continues to be a major event, attracting thousands of fishing enthusiasts each year. Fishing tournaments are regularly held, bringing together anglers of all ages and skill levels. From fly fishing to trolling, anglers employ a variety of techniques to catch the prized fish. Salmon fishing has become more than just a pastime. It's a way of life for many, deeply rooted in the cultural fabric of Michigan. But what truly sets this tradition apart is how it brings people together. It's about the shared excitement of a successful catch, the camaraderie amongst anglers, the serenity of being surrounded by nature, and the satisfaction of being a part of a rich tradition. Every cast into the water is a tribute to the generations of anglers who came before. A continuation of a tradition that has stood the test of time. Well, buckle up as we're about to embark on an intriguing journey through time, tracing the roots of this beloved pastime right up to the present day. In the mid-19th century, Michigan's rivers teemed not with salmon but with other species like whitefish and sturgeon. It wasn't until the mid-20th century that the idea of introducing salmon to the Great Lakes was even considered. Enter Howard Tanner, the then newly appointed chief of the Michigan Department of Conservation's Fish Division, in the late 1950s. Tanner, inspired by reports of successful salmon stocking in the West Coast, decided to do the same in Michigan. In 1966, after years of careful planning, the first batch of coho salmon, all the way from the Pacific Northwest, were released into the tributaries of Lake Michigan. The result was a resounding success. By the following year, anglers were reeling in coho salmon by the thousands, marking the start of Michigan's sport fishing industry. The success of the coho salmon prompted the introduction of Chinook salmon in the late 60s. These larger, more aggressive fish further fueled the growth of the sport fishing industry in Michigan. Fast forward to the 21st century, and salmon fishing has become a cornerstone of Michigan's culture and economy. The state's rivers and lakes attract anglers from all around the globe, eager to participate in this thrilling experience. However, the journey hasn't been without its challenges. In the late 20th and early 21st century, issues like overfishing, pollution, and invasive species have threatened the health of Michigan's salmon population. Yet, through it all, the people of Michigan have shown remarkable resilience. implementing measures like strict catch limits, habitat restoration, and monitoring of invasive species to ensure the survival and prosperity of their beloved salmon. In summary, the story of salmon fishing in Michigan is one of vision, perseverance, and adaptation. From the audacious introduction of Pacific salmon in the mid-20th century to the ongoing efforts to preserve and protect these magnificent creatures, it's clear that salmon fishing is more than just a sport in Michigan. It's a testament to human ingenuity and a love for the natural world. So the next time you reel in a salmon from the clear waters of Michigan, take a moment to appreciate the rich history and hard work that has made this moment possible. For in the end, every cast is a connection to the past, a celebration of the present, and a hopeful cast towards the future.